What's up, y'all? You finally got a notification to work in. I was wondering if they were working. I was wondering. Woo. Let me see. I was just about to go share it and see if what's up, Mr. Shanti, Jen the Goddess, Ursula, Roxanne, Miss Diva. Okay. I'm early. I was gonna come on at 12, and then I was like, well, maybe I just try to squeeze it in at 10. Thank you, Kamaria. I appreciate it. Hold on. Hold on, you guys. Ooh. I figured I would just like pop in and make sure that I could at least get some people on the line, because I came in, what was it, yesterday? I felt like I was talking to myself, and y'all know I don't like to do that. Especially if you go live, you expect people to at least be here, right? Thank you, Roxanne. Hold on, I'm still trying to I didn't close the damn window. You glad I did it early? I appreciate y'all who decided to come on through. I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm sorry I am not prepared, because actually I was trying to I was gonna go live at midnight, but I rushed home. I was over a friend's house earlier, and I rushed home. Like, let me just go ahead and try to do it a little bit earlier tonight at least. YouTube been doing updates. Yes, Sam King. I wanted to say that too. If you haven't, I guess some people feel like the solution to the problem is to unfollow, unsubscribe, and then resubscribe. And once you resubscribe, you can click the notification button again, click it twice, and it gives you an option. It gives you the option to get all notifications, occasional notifications. It also gives you the option to get community notices. You know, now that they've updated everybody to have community. And so a lot of people don't know that. So, yeah. You said I was at a man's house, Kendra. I mean, y'all need to stay out my business. Y'all need to stay out my business, child. I'm trying to find me a sugar daddy so I can move into his house, honey. I'm not going to be like Porsha and have my man move in with me. I want to move into his house. You usually sleep at midnight. Okay. So this week's hold on. Let me get all my stuff together, child. Y'all know I'm so all over the place. Where is the video? Where is the chat? I can't even see nothing. I don't know what nothing is right now. Hold on. People strolling on in. I see y'all coming in. I see y'all. I missed y'all so much. I was like, they don't love me no more. Don't nobody want to come into my live no more. Okay, this week's episode is Sex, Lies, and Therapy. And there was a whole lot of sex talk, a little bit of lying, and Porsha returned to therapy. So basically, you know, we pick up the episode where, you know, Kandi and Porsha, you know, they were going in on it last week. Porsha was calling Kandi a bitch. You know, Kandi was like, I ain't got, you know, I'm so tired of Porsha. I felt like Porsha had a valid point when she said, if I was talking to a friend, she would hear me. She's not hearing me. She's hearing her staff. So if you recall last week, you know, it was revealed that Porsha was kicked out or left early or whatever the case may be from Todd's 45th birthday party. She seems to feel like it was a setup, that Candy's Candy Coated Clique set her up by having Dennis's ex there. And, you know, just all hell broke loose. Candy's Candy Coated Clique seems to think that Porsha, you know, was about to fight Porsha said she wasn't about to fight, but she did want to have a conversation with the girl because why is you coming up trying to kiss her man? So, long story short, why they met at Tanya. I keep calling the lady Tanya. It's Tanya. They met at Tanya's house. All the ladies. It looked like it was a mandatory cast taping because everybody was there, even Marlo. They decided then and there, that they was gonna, put everything on the table. Kandi's still not listening. I'm trying to figure out why Kandi can't just listen to Porsha, because if she had no idea that none of this was gonna happen, then she should be able to at least take it into consideration of what Porsha is saying. Kandi, she wasn't around. She don't care. She feel like Porsha is a problem. I'm done. It seemed like she was looking for a reason to just write Porsha off, and this is the reason. She even said it to Cynthia. I'm done. I ain't got nothing to do with it. She even, pulled her phone out and unfollowed Porsha on Instagram. Which, we all knew when that happened. I got hair in my mouth. He said, Kandi is shady as hell. You team Porsha. I wasn't team Porsha at first. I wasn't team neither one of them. But now I'm looking at Kandi like, yeah, it's something up. And did y'all notice that it was Cynthia comforting Kandi? And we keep saying that Cynthia and Kandi got this little low-key alliance going on. And it looked like, Cynthia whispering out in her ear, it's gonna be all right, let it go. And all of this. And it's like, and while Nene's sitting over there like taking it all in, like, I see what's going on. I see what's going on. Meanwhile, y'all, Tanya has a hibachi grill in her house, right? So Tanya, in the basement, by the way, Tanya takes all the ladies to the basement. Seems like everybody about to have a heat stroke in the basement as the hibachi chef is like cooking up stuff and blowing up the, the flames and everything. And everybody got hot. Everybody was fanning, Marlo fanning. Let's talk about Marlo for a second. Did y'all notice Marlo seemed to have bought some new boobies or something? It's like she just got them done. She looking like Jocelyn Hernandez with these 2 rocks on her chest. But I digress. Everybody got hot while they was, down in the hibachi room. Porsha decided, she gonna take a little break. And while she take her little break, Nene was like, maybe we should tell the girls, that you're pregnant. And Porsha's like, no, this negative, and I don't even want to say nothing around talking about Kandi. So, while it looked like everybody literally was about to faint, Tanya was like, well, we could go back upstairs. It'll be a little bit cooler since he has everybody's order. We could, eat upstairs. Shamari decides, her little self, she gonna eat up all the food. She's like, I ain't finished. Let me finish eating. So while the lady go upstairs, Shamari sit down there with her plate. She eating her food fresh off the grill, honey. She didn't care. She go upstairs. Everybody like, where you been? She was like, I was downstairs eating. I was hungry. So Shamari cracked me up. So anyway, while they go upstairs, it was just interesting to see, that Tanya has this hibachi. We was talking about her kitchen last week. Like, it need a little bit of updating, but, it's a nice kitchen. Clearly, she has money to burn, and she got the hibachi downstairs. So Eva decides to, no, Tanya apologizes to Nene about that high-low fashion statement. They felt like this was the perfect time to put everything on the table and just apologize. Nene threw a little bit of shade at her confessional, pretty much telling her, like, I ain't got no problem, we cool or whatever. But I know what high-low fashion is. And since I met you in swag, clearly your budget was low. Like, where is all this shade coming from with Nene and Tanya? Like, Nene really is feeling some kind of way about Tanya. Did y'all notice that? Did y'all notice that? So, since there's apologies going on, which is interesting, Porsha decided that she gonna call Eva out for shade and Cynthia. She was like, Eva, I feel like, you got some things that you need to own up to. And Eva was like, what is you talking about? I don't understand. What? I don't get it. So, Eva goes ahead and, she said what she said, but she, apologizes. She also apologizes to Nene because she said that is the reason why, they wanted to meet at Tanya's house in the first place, was because she felt bad for not inviting Nene to her bachelorette party, or she said any of the ladies, but specifically Nene. So she tells Nene, you mean the most to me out of everybody. And I imagine she would, because she got Eva a job when she didn't have one before. So Nene is the OG of the group. So she apologized to Nene. Nene accepted her apology, and they decided to tell them, in lieu of me not inviting you to my bachelorette party, I decided to get with Tanya and invite you all to Japan. So the ladies are going to Tokyo. So, that was a cute little, love and light moment or whatever, with the apologies, and with her making amends, with Eva making amends with Cynthia, with Tanya making amends with Nene, sort of, kinda. Kandi ain't gonna never make amends with Porsha, clearly. It was interesting. Let me see what else I got in my notes here. Cynthia, brought up the fact that she won the catwalk. Of course, we already know that. And she calls herself mother. But, again, Cynthia, I don't know what it is about Cynthia. I want Cynthia to win. I really do. I want Cynthia to but I digress. We're going to bring up Cynthia and Mike here in a second. Nene and Gregg, Gregg is recovering from his colon cancer situation. He had gotten a portion of his colon removed. He's been in recovery. They said he still has some cancerous cells about, but he's safe so far. They wanted him to have chemo, but he decided not to have chemo. Nene was like, she supported him in that. So now they have decided to adopt a healthier lifestyle. They have a chef that they've hired that is cooking vegan. I can never pronounce that word, child, because I don't eat it. But they're cooking vegan specialties. Gregg is getting on everybody's nerves. He's getting on the chef's nerves. He's getting on Nene's nerves. And we all know how that turned out a few months back when Nene was cursing him out on the Twitter, and then he ended up apologizing. But let me just let that go, because clearly Nene, being the caregiver for Gregg, is trying on her. And she even had like a little scene with his sister where she admitted, it's hard, because she's been his rock and he's been hers. And now that he's sick, everything that he does, he puts it on her. Every, frustration he has, he puts it out on his wife, which, a lot of husbands do, and wives do the same. So, they've been going through it. But, they're making it. Now that the chef is there, Gregg had a prerequisite for everything. He's just like, look, I need alkaline-based products. I don't know if you know how to do that. The chef assured him that he did. And even Nene was sitting there rolling her eyes like, Lord, please let him not, talk bad about this chef, and this chef put some in our food or something. I don't know what's going to happen. But Gregg smoothed it over, and the chef seemed, she was pretty nice. Somebody said Gregg the Grouch. I love me some Gregg leaks. Gregg is so nice. So the whole family came over to, I guess to taste these healthy alternatives. And, it was also Gregg's birthday. Gregg brings up the fact that, he normally doesn't celebrate his birthday. He normally goes all out for Nene's birthday as opposed to his. But this time was special because he's celebrating still being here. After going through everything he went through, after the surgeries and everything else. And Nene got a bit emotional as he's saying that, because, she starts thinking like, wow, he really, might not have been here. And that's kind of like a hard thing to hear from your husband. She was like, yes, I actually live it. I hear, about him, he says it to me daily, or we talk about these things daily, but it's kind of hard to hear it. And, that was a touching moment. What's up, Maurice? What you said? Anybody can get the axe, Miss Diva. So anyway, Gregg also hurt his finger. Gregg still wants to do things around the house. It doesn't matter if he's sick. It doesn't matter. He's a man. He wants to still live his life. So, he decided to help the gardener do some things, and he cut his finger. But, he ended up in the hospital. He back, he better. And, we're moving on. But meanwhile, Nene has kind of gotten a bit stronger. She's gotten the support of her family and friends throughout this situation as well. And again, as the caregiver, they also have cancer. They're also ill. You got to think about it. The caregiver, even though they're supplying, a strong back for these people, it's still an interesting situation. You said Radar reported that Kandi and Cynthia are on the chopping block. Look, I don't know who on the chopping block right now. Like I told you before, I don't think anybody is on the chopping block yet. But, they make those decisions after the reunion. But, anyway. Speaking of Cynthia finally introduces Mike Hill, her FaceTime boo, to a few of the cast members. She meets with, who was it? Kandi, Marlo, and Eva. They go to lunch together, and she gives all of the ladies an opportunity to grill her man. If you recall, it was Kandi who kind of outed Will Jones last season when she was like, yeah, you was on Steve Harvey, trying to get a date, and my friend said you was on another show trying to get a date. Needless to say, Mike Hill was like, I'm Hill, not Will. And he kept saying that. It's like, dang, y'all just gonna drag poor Will like that. But again, I digress. Eva, if you recall, it was interesting they chose these three people. But anyway, Eva, if you recall, was the person who got into it with Will because the one time she met Will was with his alleged girlfriend at the time, and so she brought that out and had him stuttering at Candy's Essence party. Y'all remember that? So while she had, she got a chance to ask some questions too, so she was there. And Marlo, interestingly enough, is the person who brought up, the straight from the A post that the streets was saying that Cynthia paid for her dates. If you remember that was around episode 1 of 2 of this season. So it's interesting that they got those three people there to interrogate Cynthia's new fake boyfriend. I'm not gonna call him fake. I don't know what the people doing. But let me just say this. Kandi is the one who asked the questions about sex. So anyway, let me go back. Cynthia had a timer. She gave everybody 3 minutes to ask what they wanted to ask. Eva asked all these questions about, what do you see in Cynthia? What are your goals for the relationship? All of this. And Mike was like, she's beautiful. I love her, blah, 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 blah. Kandi, on the other hand, went hard. She was like, she gonna ask about sex. She gonna get down to the dirty. She asked him, like what he like to do, how he hit it. What did she say? Hold on, I got it. He said something about, Cynthia had a lot of cushion for the pushing. And then Ken was like, cushion, so you be hitting it from the back? And then he was like, no. Then she's like, what do you mean, oral? I mean, you be eating it from the back? And Mike was like, no. So I gather from that, he don't do oral. But he did say he liked to tear that ass up. When Kandi asked if you had 10 minutes, what would you do? He said, tear that ass up. So I find it interesting that production kind of keyed in on those points. Do you like it from the back? Do you eat it from the back? What do you... Ass. So, I mean, look, I'm not questioning a man's sexuality. I'm not, because I don't know nothing he likes to do. I don't. But they put that out there, so they got us looking like he don't do oral. Cushion for the pushing. Tear that ass up. All right, we got you, Mike. We got you. Another thing he said, he kept on saying, he's Hill, not Will. Okay. Marlo gets a chance to interrogate him. Of course, she asking stuff about his money, his credit score. Have you been paid this season? So clearly production got with these three particular ladies for a reason. Again, he was like, no, I'm Hill, not Will. And I'm like, well, does that mean that Will got paid? But again, I digress. He said, no, he hasn't gotten paid. He hasn't got no W-9s, no W-2s or nothing from Cynthia. Then she asked him, has he ever, had an STD screening? And Cynthia turns the clock off. And I'm like, girl, wouldn't that be the first thing you want to know? Wouldn't you want him to answer that? Wouldn't you sit back and just be like, let me hear, has he gotten STD screening? I mean, if you say he done dipped in the lady pond and all of that stuff that you just said Mike did, don't you want to know his STD status? Or you don't want Marlo to know his STD status? And if his STD status is clean, why would that be a problem? That's just what I gather from that. You said you love Marlo this season. Marlo is really doing her thing. Shamari and Kandi go lingerie shopping at a cute place. What was it? Trashy Diva. That was a cute little place. I gotta check it out sometime. But at Trashy Diva, they trying on outfits and stuff, and clearly for Kandi's dungeon party. Shamari is gonna be a participant in that. If you haven't already, those pictures are on straightfromtheA.com. If you go to straightfromtheA.com and do a search for dungeon party, you will see all the pictures from that. Shamari performed, Kandi performed. It was like a burlesque situation. This was in, I guess, the planning stages. Shamari brings up the fact that Kandi had Porsha in For Mother's Love in her play for A Mother's Love, or A Mother's Love. Is that what it was? A Mother's Love. And they showed Porsha singing or whatever. But Shamari was like, Kandi and I are friends. I wonder why she didn't ask me. Being that, Porsha and Kandi have somewhat of a history, and this is even the reason why the dungeon party is gonna exist in the first place, is because of Porsha's lies about her. It was interesting that they pulled that up. Like, Kandi and Porsha used to be friends. Porsha and Phaedra spread the dungeon lie about Kandi, and here we are today. Kandi can't stand Porsha. Clearly, Kandi did everything she can to get on Porsha's nerves and vice versa, and now, she's going to turn the shade into a check. That's what Kandi said. She's turning was those her exact words? Let me see. Hold on. She said she is going to use the shade to get paid. That's what she said. She's going to use the shade to get paid. So, they try on lingerie. Shamari shows Ronnie, her figure. Shamari is tiny, honey. Shamari got body to be, the mother of twins and everything. So she FaceTimes Ronnie. Ronnie likes it. She going to bring that one home. Meanwhile, Kandi then bought out the whole store. Kandi buying holsters and dungeon gear and everything else. Kandi spent like almost $1,200 on lingerie. So, Jen, don't be like that. Don't be like that. Jen says she can't stand Kandi. Why can't you stand Kandi? What Kandi do to you? Kandi is an entrepreneur. She is using all the shade to get paid. Porsha goes to counseling. In the next scene, Dr. Sherry, somebody, and I remember Sherry because when Porsha brings up the ex's names was Sherry, and she was like, not my name, Sherry, and she was like, yes. So anyway, Porsha brings up the whole situation about Todd's party, how she's feeling a lot of insecurities surrounding the situation with Kandi knowing the ex and the ex being there, and Dennis actually texting the ex after the party, like, why did you do that, or whatever the case may be. When Dennis did that, to Porsha, it felt like, he was going against everything that they had agreed to, i.e. not contacting their exes, like cutting everybody off. And he said he says he did, but he did text her that night, and he showed Porsha the text. So apparently, because of that, Porsha it's a trigger. She's feeling some kind of way, like she has to pretend that everything's okay, even though it's not. So she's, in counseling to try to figure out how to process all this and how to get through, because she really wants this relationship to work. Coincidentally, this particular counselor is the same counselor that counseled she and Cordell through their marriage issues. It's also the same counselor that counseled her during the divorce as she was going through the situation of being divorced. And, here she is again with this new relationship. Seems like it's the first time Porsha has seen her in a while, because she has to bring up the fact that, she and Dennis dated for 6 months, and they recently gotten serious the past couple of months, and boom, now she's pregnant. So it's been like a whirlwind romance, and Porsha admits she didn't know she would be here, but she's happy she's here, and she wants to make it work. With all the drama that's going on, her focusing on the minutia, the ex situation, Kandi bringing up, knowing that he's not with the ex, or I guess she doesn't know because she doesn't trust him, but feeling that that insecurity, she wants to talk about it, and she wants to know if she is pushing Dennis away by being so forceful. Somebody said she needs a new counselor. Tanya, are you Tanya or Tanya? But the counselor, she said her greatest fear was losing herself in a relationship. She said she lost herself in a relationship with Cordell. She had to pretend to be this perfect wife or this person that she wasn't. And if you recall, in that relationship with Cordell, when she first came on the show, Porsha was a totally different person. Like, totally. You would never know that the Porsha then was the Porsha now. Do y'all remember when she went to the strip club with Nene and them, and she was like, she had to ask Cordell, and they was like, ask Cordell? So, yeah, she's a totally different person, and Cordell was controlling. She also said that she felt abused in the relationship. I don't know if that meant she was mentally abused or physically abused or whatever the case may be. But those are the reasons why she has the issues that she has today. So, it was just interesting to see, her progress. And she said she likes who she is now, because Porsha went through that whole, I'm single, woo, I'm going to the club, woo, let's pop some bottles and drink Hennessy, woo. And now she got to go back to being the wife, the mother, the this, the that. So it'll be interesting to see how she maintains what she says is herself, in this new life stage for her. Somebody said, poor Porsha. You think this poor Porsha? I'm actually happy for her. I mean, she seems happy enough. But I do think it was kind of a quick, relationship situation. Like she said, they had just got serious, and now she's pregnant. Like, she didn't have time to really get to know him, did she? Speaking of that, she has a conversation with Dennis. Dennis brings her a pickle, which Porsha didn't eat pickles since, they was in wherever they was in, Destin or whatever. But he brings her a pickle. She has a conversation with him. She tells him, how she feels. She wants him to own it. And I found that interesting as well, because those are the exact same words that she used with Eva when she was with, telling Eva to own what she said about Cynthia. So Porsha is on some owning shit this season, but Porsha got the biggest storyline this season, so I guess she can hold everybody accountable. So Dennis doesn't feel like he did anything wrong with texting his ex, and he was like, you saw the text, what's the issue? But Porsha wants him to know that him still communicating with his ex makes her not trust him, and she wants him to understand that. Then she goes in and explains to him why it's hard for her, and how she had to always pretend that things were good in her relationship with Cordell, even though they weren't, and she doesn't want to be in that position with him. And it seemed like he understand. Dennis was like, that ain't where we at a good place, and the rest is history. And next week the ladies will be in Tokyo. So I'm really liking the fact that, I know everybody's like, oh, it sucks. The season sucks. But I really like that each episode, we're seeing more of what we used to see: the ladies shopping, the ladies, eating together, the ladies having moments, instead of the whole, it's always a drama of somebody throwing a glass, or somebody throwing a tantrum and closing the bathroom door. It's a little bit different. Like, even though there is some conflict, Kandi, Porsha, the conflict, we already knew was there, and clearly it ain't going nowhere. So they ain't friends. They not gonna be friends. They're co-workers. I'm sure they can get along and be okay in the same room together. But at the end of the day, we know Porsha and Kandi are not seeing it for each other. Jen said, child. Do y'all want to call in? Do y'all want to call in, and y'all want to leave it at that? Do y'all want to call in? Let me see if I could pull up a number. You said this Dennis own Queen Virgin Remy. I'm not sure, Princess Andrea. I think that there was a lawsuit. He used to own it with his girlfriend or something. Yeah. You don't like Dennis at all? Why? He seems like a nice enough guy, I guess. He seems like a nice enough guy. Okay, hold on. Let me put the number in there. Roblo Pro. 718-362-6360. The PIN number is 942-7819. And if you wouldn't mind sharing that for me, I would really, really appreciate it while I call in.
Please enter your PIN number. Thank you. Joining the conference now. You are currently the only person in this conference.
Sure, King Cullerton. I will recap Married to Medicine, but I have to watch it first. I haven't seen tonight's yet. I didn't realize it was coming on after the show. I actually thought it came on yesterday. I was looking for it earlier. And for those of you who are in my video talking about Peter, did y'all see Peter apologize for the situation? Peter and I had a whole conversation today, and a lot of people feel like, he should not have apologized about his opinion. And honestly, I didn't expect him to apologize. I just wanted him to understand that, speaking ill about a black man, saying some of the things that he said about black women and talking about, skin tone and color, it just opens the door for other nationalities and other races to do the same thing to black women. So the last thing I want is someone to use their huge platform to do that. And I just, expressed that to him, and he understood. Because I'm like, that woman could have been your sister. He used some of my words. I'm like, that woman could have been your sister, your mama, or whoever. If somebody else did the same thing, went on social media saying, something similar about, some random person, what gives you the right to dictate what this random person was wearing or doing? But I digress. Caller 1913, you are on the line. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Michelle. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Who am I speaking with?
This is Deborah Moore from Mobile, Alabama.
Hey, Deborah Moore.
First off, I want to say you look gorgeous tonight.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm trying.
Okay. My question, or I guess a statement. Do you think that Kandi is being messy?
Yes. In a word.
Because
yes.
because I feel like it's a matter of time before Todd is caught cheating. But she has so much to say, about everybody since I've been watching. But, I just think that's a little bit too over the edge, because Porsha is sweet. I think so. And for the longest, they've been giving her a run for her money, and it's always, the majority of the time it's Kandi. And so I just believe she's a bit jealous. I really do.
Yeah, I think she feels some kind of way about Porsha. And that whole dungeon situation, I think Kandi was on board with Porsha should have been fired along with Phaedra, but she wasn't. And I feel like since she wasn't, the other ladies have kind of like accepted that. But Kandi, on the other hand, still has held that grudge. Like Porsha should have been gone too, and she's been playing nice nasty the whole season. I'm just like, wow.
Yeah, right. And it's for Cynthia. I don't think that's real at all. I don't, because I was reading some on YouTube where she, they had broke up or whatever. But I think she's ridiculous. I really do. It's like she's just, ridiculous. Dying for a man. You know what I'm saying? That's why you should be married, and you would make a good housewife.
I am happily divorced, and if I wanted to be a housewife, believe me, I could. Because all of them are divorced. Sure you know what I'm saying? But, I'm good on that.
Yeah, but I just wanted to say I enjoy your show, and you're so professional. You really are. And so you have a blessed night.
And you do the same. I appreciate you.
Okay.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Bye-bye.
Caller 9555. No, 8555. I can't see. You're on the line.
Hello, Michelle.
Hi. Who am I speaking with?
Hi. This is Miss Jackie from the Ham.
Hey, Miss Jackie. It's been so long since I heard from you.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Where you been?
But I was sick. I'm better now and then. I had to catch up on some things.
Well, I'm glad you're feeling better. We missed
you. But I was so glad I made sure I wasn't going to miss you tonight. I'm going to tell you something. Kandi did a blog trying to explain that situation at the party with Porsha. Mm-hmm. Now, if you go back and listen to what she said and what Porsha said her and Dennis was leaving out the party. Her sister came up to them as they was leaving and said that guy was throwing them out the party. So, if that's the case, Porsha is telling the truth. They were leaving because while we're afterwards, they throwing the sister out.
But didn't anyway, the general manager also say when they were in that little meeting? Didn't he also say, we'll handle this tomorrow, not today, but tomorrow, like kicking them out, and you could talk to her tomorrow?
Well, see, Kandi is the one who told Porsha that she was gonna call her back and never did. And she lied about that. But see, she didn't mention that she never did call Porsha back when she told her she was going to call her back. But I'm going to tell you something. Kandi got her date. Kandi is a sour, evil-ass person. She's a nymphomaniac. Her only sound is about sex. If it ain't about sex or some shit, it's up the river. I do not like that Steven, backstabbing, and she wants to hurt Porsha, and I believe she set that up for that girl to be there.
So you think it was a scheme? She knew Dennis was it a scheme set up by Kandi this time?
Huh?
It was a scheme set up by Kandi this time instead of Todd. Kandi set up the scheme.
I know she did. I know she set it up. But, it just frustrates me so much to see just outright evil and the way she try to explain stuff away like people are stupid. We can see exactly what she's doing. But I'm tired of talking about Kandi. But now Cynthia, that guy is not into Cynthia. Cynthia is 51 years old. I don't know how old he is, but they grown folks. How can you come and just officially ask you to be my boyfriend and girlfriend? They probably had sex multiple times already, if any. But that guy ain't into Cynthia talking about no marriage. I mean, you never see him travel nowhere. You always hear her talk about him or whatever. I don't think he's into it. Even the night when they was questioning him, it just didn't seem right to me. It didn't seem right at all. And my problem is if somebody has some kind of disease or something, hell, I want to know.
Right. I'm like, why you cut that off?
Exactly. I would really, really want to know. Mm-hmm. And, and I really do believe Porsha do have some kind of stigma with the situation with Cordell. I really do. I really do believe she really has some issues.
Oh, okay.
It's something blocking it, and now she's got something else to kind of make her, you know, a lot of women hold on to a man because he got the baby, so you give him another chance. And I just hope she don't fall into that trap. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because now she's got more to lose than what she had with Cordell. She's actually have a child with this man. Mm-hmm. And I just don't want her to lose herself. And then, you know, because men in situations can be manipulated when a child is involved. You know, you tend to take a little bit more than you would if you ain't got nothing to lose. Right. You know, and that's all I wanted to say, you know, about that. And I'm not going to, don't y'all talk about my girl Shamir, because Shamari, because like I told you when I talked to you before, she's my nephew, wife, her husband is my nephew cousin.
Oh, okay.
Wife's cousin.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is my wife's cousin. So I'm not going to say nothing about her. But all in all, I really enjoyed the show, and it was nice. It was really nice. But I really hope the rumor is correct that they get rid of Kandi ass. I'm sick of looking at her. I'm sick of hearing lies. I just don't even like to even look at her face and that crazy ass laugh she got. I mean, I don't like her. I mean, and I'm not the type of person that just don't outright like people, but I just see Kandi has got a dark, dark soul, and Kandi ain't gonna be satisfied till she feel like she's gotten Porsha back, and that was a setup by her. And I also want to say, I have been watching you, even though I've been calling in, and but I have been watching from time to time when I get a chance. I just want to let you know.
I appreciate
and also, I'm glad to hear that Robert's doing better and everything. And that's all I really had to say tonight, Michelle.
Well, thank you so much, Miss Jackie. You know, it's always a pleasure to hear from you, and I'm glad you feel better as well.
Yeah. Yeah, good. I just want to be missing just a little bit. Even though you cut me off the last time, but then you let the next caller talk for 15 minutes. But we gonna leave that alone.
Miss Jackie, you've been talking for 15 minutes today. Go ahead.
I still love you, though. But you have a good night.
Wait, what you want to be messy for? I'm waiting on the messy part.
I was just being... No, that was the messy part.
Oh,
you rushed me off the phone, and then you gave the next caller 15 minutes. That was a messy part.
Well, you got 15 minutes tonight, Miss Jackie.
I feel some kind of way about that.
I'm sorry, Miss Jackie. You got 15 minutes tonight. See, I let you talk as long as you wanted to. See? I still love you.
I know that wasn't no 15 minutes, but that's why I was trying to hurry up, because I don't want you to tell me. Or that kind of hurt my feelings.
I'm sorry. I trust and believe I don't be trying to hurt nobody's feelings, but I be trying to get through these calls so I can get off in a timely fashion. And I be trying to get to everybody. You know what I'm saying? So people be holding.
Yeah, I know. You need them clicks and views, girl. Go on.
All right, Miss Jackie.
But all right, then. I'm going to talk to you later.
All right. Thank you, Miss Jackie.
You're welcome back.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I love Miss Jackie. I don't care what y'all say. Miss Jackie can talk as long as Miss Jackie want. I ain't gonna cut Miss Jackie off no more unless she be talking a long time like she did last time. Caller 7284, you are on the line.
Hello, how are you doing, Michelle?
Oh, I'm fine. How are you? Who am I speaking with?
I'm doing wonderful. You're speaking to Jaquise. Hello, squad. Hello, chat. Hello, Miss Jackie.
This the king of R&B?
I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say some stuff you ain't gonna like. But first, let me get to Nene and Gregg.
Gosh, okay.
She's your friend. You have her phone number. You have her address. Y'all hang out. Please tell her don't wear that damn Adidas green suit no more. I want you to go over there, take it, and get Brent to run it over his truck or your truck. That's one. Two, I get she's sick of Gregg. Gregg is 82 years old. The man got cancer. He got heart problems. Of course he's going to be a grouch. And does she do anything with those kids? They should do makeup, a haircut, or something. They look horrible. Every time they come on that camera, all them children look homeless.
Why are you going to be talking about the lady kids? First of all, they grown.
Well, they on TV, so they up for conversation.
They are grown.
They on TV. So let me go ahead and get the Porsha. So you remember that night me and you went out to the hookah spot with the old lady?
I don't know you, Jaquise.
Well, we went out to the hookah spot with the old lady.
I've been out with you?
You know that Chinese lady that was... Yes. And that, the Chinese lady that was there, she used to own crew. So I done got the tea.
Who are you talking about?
So, okay, my friend TK. We go to Seavers. We went to Seavers.
Okay.
Okay, anyway, Dennis only owned like 20% of the restaurant, go on and so forth. So anyway, so the reason why every time they film a lot, they be at the hot dog stand or whatever, is that Dennis is in some debt, and Porsha agreed to help him out and put his business on blast as much as possible.
Oh.
So that's why they always at the hot dog spot or the hookah spot.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's start there. Now, I ran into Don Juan tonight at my friend's birthday party over there at Atlantic Station. He said that Porsha did not go and try to attack the girl or anything like that. He was like, when the girl kept circling around, she did walk up to Dennis like, well, who was that or whatever. And the girl was walking away, and she just asked the girl, Jamie, why are you over here bothering me? You know, me, you and I don't like beef like that. Like, you and I don't jail like that. And then Jamie told her you wouldn't even be on Housewives if it wasn't for me, because at the time I helped you sign the deal for Housewives. And so that's what made her go ahead and leave. She was like, well, I ain't going to fight her tonight. Let me go ahead and leave. So she did leave. But that girl, you know how Jamie said that her homegirl was putting her breast in her back? That was not true.
How you know?
I told her that Friday night.
Oh, okay.
And that's all the tea I got for that, because I ain't going to hold the damn call that long.
All right, King of R&B.
All right, and y'all please get out my CD. It's dropping on January the 17th.
I thought you were covering all of R. Kelly's hits.
Oh, no, they don't took my rights from that.
All righty. Well, thank you so much, Jacquees. Always a pleasure to hear from you.
All right, thank you.
All right, bye. Caller 8660, you are on the line.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, you can hear me. This is my first time doing this, so I didn't know when I was coming on the line.
Oh, cool. Turn your computer down so you won't have no feedback. Or your phone or whatever you're listening to it on.
That better?
Yes. Who am I speaking with?
I'm Mia. I'm from D.C.
Hi, Mia.
Hey, it's snowing over here.
Wow.
It's snowing real bad, yeah.
Oh.
But I'm calling, my comment was, I know you had the little older lady on the line, and she really felt some type of way about Kandi. I just want to say, to me, it seems like everyone forgot that Porsha accused Kandi of raping her. Like, you don't get to accuse somebody of raping you, and then you think everything is just going to go back to the way it was. Like, she has this Kandi says up entitlement.
But Kandi says she's using the shade to get paid. So why? So at this point, it's like, shouldn't she be over it? If everybody has agreed to move on and they called a truce, so why is she still?
I mean, but did they really move on? And can you really move on? Like, maybe I can move past
she making
you know,
money from
and use it to make some money and move past it. But can you really get over somebody saying that they tried to rape you? Would you get over somebody saying that they tried to rape them?
I hold grudges too.
Right.
So I get it.
Exactly. And I feel like people forget that. And then we got to remember that they had a relationship prior. Kandi was one of the main people pushing and propelling Porsha forward, putting her in the play. In those episodes when Porsha first came on, she was very encouraging and putting Porsha in a positive light. A lot of the other girls ain't had nothing good to say about Porsha. But if you look back, Kandi always was mild-mannered and nice towards Porsha. And for Porsha to turn on her like she did, I will always throw Porsha nice nasty. I will be giving her nice nasty until the end of the show, because what she did was wrong. And then she got this big horse smile, like she come around hugging and bumping that big old butt like she ain't do nothing. No, bitch, we remember what you did. Bitch, you said I raped you. And I would never let you forget. Like, we got to work together, so let's be cordial for work. But, bitch, I'm not going to never let you forget it.
But I get all of that. I understand it completely. But for her to say, yes, I forgive her after Porsha apologized 10 times. Like, we've gone through 2 seasons of this. You know what I'm saying? So, like, the first season, yeah, we get it. You don't like her, you know, you feel some kind of way. And Porsha kept apologizing. It's like she made her pay for it. You know what I mean? Like, even Nene was like, you should have been gone last season. You know what I'm saying? And so here we are this season, and they called a truce. And, you know, the fact that they had a past, shouldn't it be okay for them to, like, you know, make amends? Or do you not think that Porsha assumed that, you know, they were cool for once, maybe?
No, see, now going back, I don't really recall Porsha ever giving her a sincere apology. Porsha or Phaedra never gave Kandi a sincere, I'm sorry about what I did was wrong, putting themselves in her shoes. I can't recall that. I think it was like a sorry to like I said, to move past it. But I can't remember seeing no scene Porsha sitting down crying. She cried any other time. She was crying back in the day when Nene was following her around. So I ain't seen a tear for her saying that she was sorry for what she said to Kandi. So in that instance, to me, it doesn't make it like real. You're not really apologetic about it. Now, since we in these same spaces, okay, you know, let's be cordial.
Right.
But I never got that from her. And then it's like Nene was just saying on that Watch What Happened Live with Andy when she said something, do you ever think Porsha really got punished? Like Phaedra got punished, Porsha just get to walk around and smile with the butt. So I just think people forgot that. I just want to make sure. Yes, I just want to make sure we all don't forget that. I think Kandi is being petty, but they're all petty. That's why they're here.
Yeah.
But I think she deserves to do her little pettiness. If we all should be getting on Porsha, and then she got this relationship.
Well, maybe, you know, when we saw the preview for next week when they're in Tokyo, maybe they make amends, or at least Kandi agrees to, like, let it go or something. Because it seemed like, you know, Kandi said, I got something to say. Did you see that little clip?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, maybe they kind of, you know, called another truce or something. I don't know. Because now that she's pregnant and engaged and stuff, it's like, you shouldn't be doing the stuff you're doing. Like, it may have been okay that they were dating and you knew this stuff. But now that they about to be married and she got a baby on the way, do you think it's still okay for Kandi to be spreading this gossip?
But that's what they do. They all, I mean, it's not gossip. That's what they all do. They did it with Todd. They did it with Cynthia, other boyfriend. What make her so special? Because she's pregnant now?
You're right.
That's what I'm saying, that entitled princess thing. I don't know. I'm just going to say this, and I'm going to let you go on about your day. Thank you for picking up. This is my first time ever being picked up for something like this. But I'm going to say this and go about my day.
Okay.
Kandi, keep throwing that bitch shade into the show end.
All right, Kandi, keep throwing that bitch shade. Well, thank you so much for calling. I appreciate you.
Okay.
All right, bye. Thank you so much, Ellie, the Peace Minty. I appreciate you. Caller 8555, you are on the line.
Hello, Michelle. This is Miss Jackie again from Birmingham.
Yes, Miss Jackie.
I just want to say to your little last caller, I may sound old, but baby, I'm 53 and I look damn 39. And I feel 20 damn 5.
You better
so
tell
get your facts straight, young lady. First of all. And another thing, Kandi is not, ain't nobody feeling sorry for Kandi. The girl done apologized to her on several occasions. Okay? And Kandi, I remind you, Kandi said she was going to let the shit go. But if you making money, I was supposed to scorn you. You ain't got much problem with it because you still exploiting it yourself to make coins and smiling and laughing about it. Kandi done been in everybody's business when it comes to their man. That's the reason why probably Phaedra got into Kandi shit, because Kandi over there, while they hiding out Apollo shit, and she's supposed to be Phaedra bestie. But look where she failed. Look what she done with Cynthia investigating her boyfriend. She know about everybody man, but what she don't know about her own. So when you get to speaking facts, you need to know what you're talking about. It's not just Porsha. She have been into everybody's shit, and she always got something negative to say about every situation. But Eve and Dad in the damn other with them damn crocodile damn pills she be trying to shed. So, baby, I'm not going to say to Porsha to keep doing to her what she apologized for. Like she just said she hoped Kandi keep fucking with her, so she ain't no damn better than Kandi. That lets me know right there she full of shit herself. But, baby, Candy's not right, and anybody that's got any sense about themselves, no. Sometimes we ever heard let shit go. Just let it go. If we tired of hearing the shit, she should be tired. I bet she wasn't tired taking that damn money to the bank, making a damn deposit after that damn break. So Kandi, I don't feel nothing for Kandi. And Kandi is a freak anyway. She's a known freak.
Damn.
You know, that's her thing is sex. You'll never see her smile unless she's talking about sex. But that's all I had to say, Michelle. I just wanted to let that young lady know and anybody else out in your audience to know. I am not no old woman. I may sound like one, but baby, I got more youth than most of the young folks, okay?
You better
and I'm glad about it. I took care of myself, still taking care of myself, and I look damn good if I can pat my own self on the back. And you have a blessed night.
All right, Miss Jackie.
Talk to you later.
All right, bye. And you have a blessed night. Miss Jackie got the girls together, did she? Caller 5182. You are on the line.
Hey, girl, it's Ellie. How are you?
Hi, Ellie. How you doing? Thank you for the super chat. That was you.
Girl, yeah, Miss Jackie is, I love Miss Jackie. She reminds me of my Aunt Edna that live in your favorite city, Conyers, Georgia.
Oh, not the Conyers, honey. Not the Conyers. So
right, I just have one comment to make. So let me say this about this whole Phaedra and Porsha thing. So I'm not saying that, like, what they did was right. But Phaedra used to be president of our Gate City Bar, which is like the black bar for like the black people in Atlanta. And I remember like nobody felt any kind of way about her being on the show. But when that whole situation happened, everybody started to question her lawyer skills when like she was in a hot spot and she couldn't even defend herself. Because it's like the greatest defense would have been, listen, I repeated a rumor that was damaging to them that I heard because they have been repeating rumors that could have been damaging to me. Like, Faye's an attorney sitting there saying, like, we have to take a character and fitness portion of the bar. That's just how much our reputation matters as an attorney. Like, what they said about her being, you know, part of Apollo's crimes could have been much more damaging to Phaedra's reputation and Kandi. It's like, first of all, I think we all know enough about reality TV that nobody really thought that Kandi was trying to freaking, drug, Porsha. The whole sex dungeon thing is like, okay, you got a sex toy line. If you had a sex dungeon, it would kind of be consistent or whatever, but I don't, and then she said somebody had said, I think Kandi at one point had said somebody went under her comments on Twitter and was calling her like Kandi Cosby. I'm like, that's what Twitter people do. I'm like, they go in on your mama, they go in on your husband. That's what they do. I don't honestly think that, and I'm not trying to, I don't want anybody to think I'm condoning what Porsha did, because I do think that Porsha probably felt, obviously Porsha didn't tell the lie, right? But I think that she, at the very least, had to question, like, this may not be true, just because Phaedra and Kandi weren't even talking for Kandi to have been the source. You know what I mean? I feel like she probably knew that it was a rumor that Phaedra was repeating, but, it was crazy to me that Phaedra couldn't even, like...
Kandi don't even drink, so her even saying that was, like, and she knows Kandi doesn't drink, because, they were friends. They hung out. She was in Kandi Plays, so she knew that. So her saying it to me, when they say things like that on camera, it's like, it's an issue, because people start to believe it. People gonna question it. From now to the end of time, people gonna be like, did she really try to drug her? Even though, it's been said that she didn't. You know what I mean? So saying it on TV gives it a different kind of weight to it. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's just
so it was crazy. The only thing I was going to say is I was really surprised that, speaking of Phaedra, that she they came out and said that she was dating that, I think it's like a radio person or something from Chicago. My little sister, she keeps me in all the know. Like, I'll be at work, she's sending me all kind of shit, but like, I was like, she was just dating this attorney that I know. But I was like, okay, that ain't my business. Okay, Phaedra just, throwing her wild oats or whatever. But, yeah, girl. Anyway, I'm going to let y'all go. You got a ton of people clicking in, so I just wanted to say hey.
Well, thank you so much, Elle. I appreciate you.
All right, I'll talk to you soon, girl.
All right, bye.
Okay, fine.
Y'all bringing back Phaedra, huh? Y'all gonna make sure Phaedra be back next season. Y'all keep talking about her. Call it 1051. You are on the line.
Hi, Michelle.
Hi. Who am I speaking
Can
with?
you hear me?
Yes.
My name is Faith, and I'm calling from down the street from McDonough, Georgia.
Hey, McDonough,
How are
Georgia. I'm fine. How you doing?
Good. I am Team Kandi.
Okay.
I feel like Porsha always plays the victim. Even like when she started that rumor, and the person before me kind of said the same thing. When she spoke the rumor, she didn't believe it. She only said it to win an argument or to appear a certain way in an argument. And she's doing the same thing when she talks about this party. Like, she said she was going behind that girl in the beginning, and then when she repeats the story, she doesn't say that again. You know, so I just feel like, you know, Kandi said that she had a party with 300 people there. She ain't got time to be worried about Porsha, and I don't think that it was a setup.
Well, what do you think about her not calling her back, though? Like, shouldn't she have at least, if they're friends, shouldn't she have at least gave her that courtesy of calling her back to see, you know, what happened or what was
I don't think anybody believes that they're friends at all. They're not really friends. They get along, or they try to get along for a show. Mm-hmm. And maybe Kandi should have called her back, but I think Porsha has a history. So if people are telling Kandi that Porsha was acting up in a party, why wouldn't Kandi believe that?
True.
So I think Kandi should have called her back, but I understand that she didn't.
Yeah.
And as far as Kandi speaking on Porsha's man, Porsha has been talking about people's men since she's been on the show. And she hasn't brought any evidence. At least Kandi is talking about people she actually talked to and could call names. And there's a girl that Porsha can run behind, or that can come up to Porsha. Like, it's real. But Porsha has said that Peter cheated. I think she said that Todd cheated.
Yeah,
and it's like, she hasn't brought any evidence.
Yeah, she said the
Marvin fair.
rumor about Todd. And about Peter, she said he dated the waitresses at Bar 1.
Right. And so, and it could be true, but she's been saying she didn't have to say that. That's not her business.
Right.
She wants Kandi to be quiet about what's going on with Porsha, even though they're not really friends. And you know, she has this tea, and it appears to be real tea. Why can't she speak about it? Porsha is not respectful about other people's relationships. Porsha, as far as Kandi knows, Porsha just started bringing Dennis into the picture. She doesn't know if it's serious.
Right.
Why can't she speak on it?
You're right. You're
Porsha
right.
Don't have no problem
but it
speaking.
does, like, the way she keeps, like, pounding at it, it does make her look a little bitter this season. You don't think so?
I think it does, but I think some of that is production. I think, like, when they setting up for Jamie to come and speak, I think that's the show more so than Kandi. But it could be, I think Kandi might find some pleasure in it because it's happened to her because of Porsha.
Yeah.
But that big old setup, I think that's the show more so than Kandi.
Okay.
And to be honest, even the party, they're saying that Kandi is, Porsha is Kandi's storyline, but they're both talking about it equally. It's not like Kandi is just talking about it. It seems that Kandi is dirty because of the way that Porsha paints the picture. She knows how to play that victim role. Yeah. Like, oh, I didn't do nothing. In her little high voice and her little cute self, and everybody likes that. But she's
Porsha's very smart. You saw how she turned on Phaedra. She's very smart.
She didn't. Yes, like, even if you heard that, you didn't have to say that on TV. Mm-hmm. I mean, even that time, Kandi was pouring Porsha's tea. Yeah. And what did Porsha do? She went with a rumor, and that's what she does. She knows how to flip it and manipulate it, and then she gets the cease and desist, and so she knows to say, okay, that wasn't me.
I would like to refer to Phaedra. Since I got a cease and desist. Yeah.
Yes. She knows how to flip. She knows how to flip. And yes, Phaedra was wrong for saying it, but Porsha is saying it had nothing to do with Phaedra. Porsha was just trying to win an argument.
Yeah, but all of the ladies have to be a bit strategic. Any way it goes, it's it's survival of the fittest when it comes to this show. Like, you know, and so she was just saving her
But
ass.
I agree, but I think Kandi has a realness that Porsha doesn't have. Mm-hmm. Like Porsha doesn't. She presents herself. She knows how to do that well, and it's funny because everybody's calling her dumb, but that girl is smart. That girl knows how to position herself where she comes out looking like roses. No matter how badly she behaves, the audience loves her. So I give it to her. She's interesting to watch. She's beautiful, but she can play the heck out of the victim.
Yeah, but that's the name of the game. She winning right now. You can see it. She winning.
She is.
She gonna hold the centerpiece.
But you can't win when you play dirty.
That's true too.
But you can't win when you play dirty.
That's true too.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for your input.
Have a good one.
You too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, thanks. Bye.
Uh-oh. Thank you, Kimberly G. I appreciate you. Kimberly G says, hi, Michelle. Hey, squad. I never catch a live. YouTube need to fix it. Happy Sunday, y'all, from LA. Cali in the building. Love you, Michelle, and you're still my favorite YouTuber. Thank you so much, Kimberly G. Yeah, I appreciate you. Caller 7284, you are on the line.
Greetings. I praise the Lord for my being here on tonight. I want you to enlighten the audience that Kandi is not a nice person.
You want me?
She is nice, nasty, and very aggressive. I would like for you to speak on your personal experience with Kandi.
Why? I have gotten in trouble with so many people this past week. And I already got cursed out by Peter earlier today. So now you want me to get cursed out by Kandi too? I was already expecting a strongly worded email from Cynthia from last week. Let me go ahead and say, I mean, I didn't think I ever had a problem with Kandi, but my thing is with each and every one of these ladies, if I don't say something that they want me to say, or if I say something that they feel like paints them in a negative light or whatever the case may be, they always feel some kind of way about me, whoever it is. But Kandi, I guess.
But why just you? And there's other bloggers who talk very nasty about
I guess, you know, maybe I have a larger influence. Maybe I'm a little bit more credible than most. I don't know why they be in their feelings. But Kandi is apparently in her feelings right now because she say I drag her every chance I get. And I don't see that. But if that's the way she feels, that's what she feels. And I haven't talked to her since, when was that? I don't even remember. Cynthia's birthday party. Yeah, but I seen her after that when I was getting my hair done and she was coming out of Derek's and I was going in and I saw the tags on her chest because she had on a tags dress. And I didn't see her. I just saw the tags. You know, I just don't be looking. So I saw the tags. I'm like, oh, she got on the tags dress. And then I heard, hey, Michelle. And I'm like, hey. And it was Kandi. So I was surprised she even spoke to me. So, yeah, I don't have a problem with her. But I just know that she be feeling some kind of way about, you know, the post that I be writing or whatever. But, you know, such a...
And are you at liberty to discuss what email you might have got?
No. That's personal. Why would I discuss my emails with you?
Well, I mean, I just didn't know you said an email. I just didn't know if we were before I was at liberty to talk about it. But okay, I'll get back in the chat.
I'll talk about Peter. Well, I'll talk about that after I take this next call. But thank you so much for calling. I think this is Jacquees again. I recognize your voice.
Yes, Jacquees.
All right, King of R&B, go work on them hits.
Okay, I will.
Bye. Caller 8860, you are on the line.
Hey, Michelle, it's me again in D.C.
Hey, me again.
Hey, it's
y'all
me.
tag
First, I wanted to say,
uh-oh, here we go.
Miss Jackie, I apologize.
Aww.
I'm a respectable young lady, and when I said older, it was just in conversation. You know what I'm saying? Talking to you on the phone.
Aww.
It was just a conversation. I think we all wish to be old ladies one day.
Okay, but it's better than the alternative.
You know,
shoot, gotta be old.
Right. So, you know what I'm saying? So she should be proud of that. Don't get upset about that. You should be proud of that, Miss Jackie. And all I'm saying is, we should let things go, but you got to watch what you say, and you got to be accountable for the things you say. And she said something that was very offensive, and I feel like that is warrant to be mad for some time. And I think she said something about how could Kandi still be mad about it
if she was exploiting it. I guess with the sex dungeon.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's out there now. You know, so why can't she make a doll off of it? Was she supposed to just drown in the sorrow? I don't see nothing wrong with that. But I just really do feel like Porsha never really apologized for it. And like the other caller was saying, it was another young lady. She presents herself in a well enough package that people just forget. You know, and, you know, she was saying something about Kandi being everybody's business about their men. Me being people's business, don't nobody say nothing about that. So now Kandi can't say nothing. So
well, you know, that's all I gotta say. Kandi is, and I just want to say that I don't know. I'm just gonna reiterate this. Kandi holds a grudge. She was holding a grudge with Escape for 25 years. It's like she just don't let nothing go, and she constantly like just digs in. And I guess that's what we've been seeing on the show. Like she held that grudge with Phaedra. Now she holding a grudge with Porsha, and I don't know.
But let's not forget that even though Phaedra told Porsha the tea, Porsha was the one who said it on TV. Right. She didn't have to do that.
Right. No,
you know, so it's just some stuff that you just don't have to do.
You're right.
But, you know, I'm from
and
the
she
hood,
played the dumb role,
like,
and she kept her job.
That you don't, that you don't go back. And that was something that you're supposed to do. And the stuff with Escape, I think that was wrong too. You gonna lie and, you know, put my business in the street. Now, what if she started telling who the hell they was fucking? You know what I'm saying? But let's keep it all the way real.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm that type of person. Maybe that's why I identify with it and I stick up with it. Stick up for her, because if you do something to me, I don't have to fight you physically and do all this. I'm just gonna cut you off.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't see nothing wrong with that. So she should be like Porsha running out there with the furry boot.
I get it. Well, thank you so much for calling back. I appreciate you.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye. So, y'all, I have no more calls, I think.
You are currently the only person in this conference.
Oops. Wait, I do. Hold on. I got to call back in because I hung up too quick. Hold on, caller.
Please enter your PIN number.
Don't hang up. They probably already hung up.
Thank you. Joining the conference now. You are currently the only person in this conference.
Yeah, I think they hung up. Okay, since you hung up. I was going to end it by talking about Peter Thomas. Y'all know Peter did this whole video the other day about black women who wear weave. And you know what? I'm going to say that for later because I've been on for an hour and 12 minutes. Hold on. Here's the call. Hold on. Caller 95 85 55. Uh-oh. Hello?
Michelle, this is me. This is Miss Jack again.
Oh, Miss Jack.
But Michelle, I just wanted to call. And I wanted to say, because I'm a woman, a real woman, to that young lady, I appreciate her calling back in and apologizing and realizing that it's not the fact that I'm not appreciative of my age. I am and hope to get even older.
Okay.
But sometimes the way my name is Miss Jackie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I'm not that old woman.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wanted to say I appreciate her calling and acknowledging that. I really do appreciate that. And I also don't want it to get mistaken that I feel I'm just on Porsha's side. I'm on the side of, I'm not evil like that. You know, I've had a lot of things done to me in my life. But sometimes you have to let things go. Mm-hmm. And when you say you're going to do something, just do it. Because I've learned that when you hold on to things, you're making your life miserable because you're still thinking about it instead of letting it go. Mm-hmm. Sometimes if you let things go, you will feel better because that gives the other person a hold on you.
Right.
And it's not that I feel like Porsha is so innocent. Some things Porsha's done, I did not appreciate. Some things that all women on the show have done, I did not appreciate. But what I'm saying is, if you say out of your mouth that you're going to let something go, baby, let it go. But then you turn around, you make money off of it, and then you laugh about it, you giggle about it. That's the problem. And she's steadily going on, and I feel like what she's doing is that she really wants to be able to give that embarrassing moment to Porsha on live TV like she felt she was done. But what Candace got to realize, she's in that lifestyle, and she's been in that lifestyle for a long time. Okay, as far as that sex stuff. So it wouldn't be far-fetched people to think that. I don't think that, she do any drugs or drink anything like that. I never said that. And that was wrong of Porsha to do that. But you got to look at the things that Kandi do and how that she does those. You don't need nobody that's going to steady throw rock and hide their hand. And she always has somebody from her squad or something to come up and say something. And go, I didn't know. Really? And somebody always bringing stuff to her from her squad. And then as a manager and an owner, I think she should have at least call her back and take some and show a true owner. Because you don't let some employee throw somebody else out of your gathering. And it goes to show you even further. If she had 300 people there, why is it that it was so convenient for everything to be focused on Porsha and they little incident? They didn't fight or anything like that. She went by just what her staff said. And her staff is very missing, especially that guy, Don Juan. He's very, very missing. Keep shit going, and Karma too. So, but I just wanted to call and say I appreciate that young lady acknowledging and calling back in to say what she said. I respect her for that.
The squad be on it. I love the squad. Y'all have great conflict resolution skills. I love the squad.
Well, that's what I'm about. But I'm also about saying what I got to say and mean what I say and say what I mean.
Yes, Miss Jackie.
But I give credit where credit is due, and I felt like I needed to call back in to say that because that it touched me, and I appreciate it because a lot of young people these days don't know what that means, okay? Instead, they probably would have called back and talked even worse. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that, and I appreciate the way she said it. But I'm done with it. All and right. Kandi is I'm sorry, I'm just disappointed in her as a woman. Period. Okay. So, and I still stand by what I say. I think she's doing this to try to get some kind of bad exposure on Porsha on national TV, and she looks like the kind. Bit for bit, So, and she can't let it go. She can't help it. And it's hitting her. And the last thing I want to say, I do believe she slept with that escape manager. What is his name? I think she slept with him and the daddy. So that's just my feelings. So she could be in her feelings about that with escape because I believe she did. But I'm going to let it go. And you have a blessed night. And Josh, I know that was you. And thank you, Josh, for calling me out. Right. But I'll talk to you later, Michelle.
All right, Miss Jackie. Bye. Oh, y'all be tag teaming me. Caller 8359. I should have put a number in there, but I'll take the final call. Caller 8359. You are on the line. Hello.
I got a problem with Jaquez calling in saying he's the king of R&B.
Who is this? Keith Sweat? Who is this?
This Noir. I just want to call him some shit real quick.
All right, Noir. What you gonna say, honey? What you gonna say? You just want to cloud.
I just got a problem with this. We can't be handing out these unauthorized titles. Tell Jaquez he needs to fall back. He needs to earn his just due.
All right.
He's the king of duvet covers. He's not the king of R&B just yet. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Who the king, though? We still haven't decided who the king. We didn't make no rules. Is it Bobby Brown? Did Bobby Brown give up his title?
The king of my title. So, I got it by just right, by birthright. But, but if he want to, compete for it, then we can. But I'm just saying, you can't come in here with these unauthorized titles trying to pretend like you're somebody which you're not. That's all I want to call and say. I just want to dispute it.
All right, Noir King, you ain't going to even talk about the housewives, huh? You just going to talk about the king of R&B. That's okay. That is okay. Y'all done got me on here for...
Okay, I'm done.
All right. Thank you, Noir.
Bye.
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 The phone lines are now closed. Closed. Shut down. I did want to. I'll go ahead and put it up. Okay, so when we was talking about Peter Thomas yesterday, day before, we was talking about how he went in on darker skinned women with wearing blonde hair. I'm gonna pull that up for a second. Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up. This was his first one. Where'd it go, Peter? I just want to go ahead and get this out the way because I was gonna talk about it earlier today, but here it is. Open. Peter 1. Yep. This is the first one. For those of you who missed that video. I guess. Peter 1. Show window. Open, damn it. There it is. This is the first one. And this is what he said.
I probably get a lot of flack for it. I just drove by and saw something I got to comment on. I love women. Love black women. Oh my God, I love y'all. Okay? But I also love black women to wear their natural hair. If you want to process it, if you want to iron it, if you want to add some extension to it, I'm all good with all of that. But y'all got to know that everything is not for everybody. I don't like to see people darker than me. Black as fuck as me. Okay? Woman. Okay? Wearing blonde hair. Or honey blonde hair. And it's not even done right. It's just crazy. Because it looked like you were in a fucked up hat. And when you're walking around with that, and them other people that's their shit, see y'all, you gotta know that they're laughing at y'all motherfuckers. And I'm not even trying to be mean.
So we had a conversation today about that. He came back with an explanation after that and basically said he wasn't talking about other black women. He said he was talking about black women. So I just want to put this in reference so y'all know what I'm talking about. So this is the second video. If I could put it in here. God diggity dang. Hold on. Go.
Okay, all right. So I posted earlier about black woman with blonde hair. I said black as fuck, not all black women. Please stop taking my shit out of context. I said blacker than my black ass. All right, and if you're going to do it well. And don't try to put Nene in the leaks, because every time Nene come out of our house, her shit is fierce. Her shit is always fierce. Okay, and I love her with that blonde hair, by the way. And she ain't blacker than me. She brown skin, like dark brown skin. So when she put on that nice blonde with the shine to it, she's incredibly marvelous. You know what I'm saying? So don't try to trip us up on that bullshit. What I saw today, I should have took a picture of it, and then all y'all motherfuckers would agree with me. Everything is not for everybody, okay? That's all I'm saying. All right, because that lady was a hot mess. That shit looked like she just took it out of a bag and put it on top of her head.
So, yeah, C. Patterson, I felt the same way. I felt that his explanation made it worse. I did a whole video about it. Y'all can watch that. I went in on Peter. Peter and I had a conversation. He called me. He texted me. He was like, really? He was like, really, Michelle? And I'm like, what? What do you want me to say? Like, everybody else talking about it, I had to talk about it. I felt like what he did was wrong. I felt like he was using his platform to tear down a random ass black woman. I felt like he took liberties that nobody should take liberties to do. Like, why would you just randomly pick out some random ass black woman walking down the street with blonde hair? I understand that you may have a preference. I understand that that may be your opinion, but to use your platform with 500,000 plus followers to demean a black woman, any black woman, is something that I look down upon, and I told him that, and I told him how I felt about it. Other people seem to feel, it's this opinion. If they look bad, they just look bad. Okay, that's fine. If they look bad, they look bad. But what we don't need as black people is to open the door for other people, other races to demean black women. We don't want that. And with black men doing it and it's so commonplace, it gives everybody else the free reign. They feel like they can do it. Anyway, Peter came back and did another video after our lengthy conversation. I won't divulge all of what we said, but apparently I struck a nerve with Peter. He tagged me in this video today, and I was like really, really, really proud of him about it when he did it. Hold on, let me see if I can put it up. Media source, Peter 3. And this particular video, is that it? Yep, that's it. Here it is.
Social media world. 2 days ago, I put up a post and I saw someone, I didn't like the way they look. All right. And I vent. All right. And all my sisters out there light my ass up. And I talked to a couple of them that I respect, and they broke it down to me. You know what I'm saying? And I was wrong. As a black man, I was wrong. I should use my platform, okay, to uplift, to empower, to celebrate my black woman. Not to pick apart, not to tear down, okay? My words was offensive to so many people that I respect. And for that, I truly apologize. It would never happen again, okay? I should have looked at that woman like she was a sister, aunt, my mom, a relative, okay? And I don't know what she was going through that day, okay? But I was reckless, and for that, I promise you I apologize, so it would never happen.
And this is what he said along with that. He was like, we as black men should praise black women and use our voices to encourage and uplift instead of tear down and pick apart. I should have looked at the woman as if she was my sister, cousin, and kept my negative comments off of social media. I was wrong. We all have work to do. And I was really, 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 really proud of him for doing that. He didn't have to do that. He didn't have to apologize. He didn't have to think twice. When I was talking about, sometimes, people make colorist remarks without even realizing it. Because, self-hate is so ingrained in the black community that we tear each other down without even thinking about it. Then we give other people free reign to do the same. I really appreciated it. So that being said, I just want to shout him out for, at least considering my point of view instead of, a lot of black men just say, oh, y'all playing a victim. Y'all don't really feel that way. When we say we feel like, we are the lowest of the low, people treat us like we the bottom of the totem pole. People feel like they can curse us out, do whatever, and our black men won't even stand up for us. That's where it starts. It starts on things like this on social media when people can go on there and just be like, oh, I don't like that's raggedy. Why would that black woman wear her hair like that? Why do you care what black women do with their hair? Why? But anyway, I digress. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I know I went a little longer than I should have. For those of you who haven't already, like this video, subscribe to the channel. The write-up and the full episode of the Housewives will be available to view on straightfromtheA.com. Probably, I'd be lying. It'll be this in the morning because I'm gonna write it later on tonight. So anyway, you guys, as always, y'all know I appreciate each and every one of you. This video has been very enlightening. I appreciate all of you who called in. I appreciate the people who took the time to super chat. I appreciate all of you, and I wish I had some music, but I don't know where it went. My music is gone, y'all. My music is gone. Oh, it's gone. I can't hear it. Oh, there it is. It's the wrong music, but I'll take it. I will take it. I got the wrong, what you call it? Oh yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. Brian, the songwriter extraordinaire. Yes, Married to Medicine recap tomorrow. Hopefully. Did y'all get y'all notifications tonight? Good night, Miss Sexy Slim. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, C. Patterson, Roxanne, Juno. I see you. Yes, I was about to drop some fire beats. I am Merlin. I was about to drop some bars. Y'all didn't get a notification? Well, that sucks. I don't know what YouTube is doing. Like I said earlier when I first started, unsubscribe, resubscribe, click the notification bell twice. Make sure you on your notifications say you want all notifications instead of occasional notifications, and you'll get a notification every single time I go live. Now, there's also a little link on there that also you can get the notification for community posts. That's when I post in the community tab on my homepage. Sometimes I post over there as well. If you want to get those notifications, you gotta tell it to. If you don't tell it, I guess you're not gonna get it. You said you finally got it, Jezebel. Cool, yay. Well, anyway, you guys, I will be back. I will be back tomorrow. I ain't gonna lie and say I'm coming back tonight. I'm out.